Hello and welcome to Transparent, where we do interviews and not interviews. My name is Lakendra Ford, and I am so excited tonight because I'm sitting here with one of the strong men of my tribe, one that I refer to as my big brother, none other than Mr. Swagg Official. Swagg, can you say hey to the people?
Oh man, what's good? What's good, everyone? What's good? Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Wonderful. How
Yeah,
you feeling tonight?
I'm good. You know me. I'm just, just here, just waiting to get
Always
into it. You know
smooth.
what I mean, sis? Yeah, you know how we do. I'm waiting. Let's
Absolutely,
go.
absolutely. You know
Yeah.
what, bro? One of the best things about starting this platform is I get a chance to speak with people that I'm inspired by, people that I love, and people like you that nurtured me into becoming more myself. So, transparent is definitely going to open up doors to for ordinary, extraordinary people like us to have a voice. And I'm just so honored that you would have this time to sit down with us. So if it's all right with you, I want to let people know a little bit about you. Can I do
Oh yeah, definitely.
that? Okay, y'all. This is Mr. Swagg Official. He is an entrepreneur. He is a fashion connoisseur. He is a family man. He is a praying brother. He has been a strong tower in my life. And I have been uniquely blessed to be able to watch the process of him becoming who he is today. So, Swag, I have some questions that I have lined up for you, and I'm just want to give everybody a chance to get to know you, and what you're doing and where you're from. So, I'm just going to start with the first thing. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from?
Yes, for those that don't know me, I'm from Brooklyn, East New York.
Yeah.
Straight from the hood. Yep, straight from Brooklyn, East New York. I don't know, just coming up with things was tough. Raised by a single parent. My mom's held us down. Three brothers. Total four of us. So that's it. So we could go from there. I'm ready to
Yeah.
get it in, sis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So you know what?
straight from
Cause
Brooklyn.
yeah, bro. Cause sometimes before we move forward, I like to always go backward, and that's something I want to hit on. You are the eldest of four, all boys,
Oh
single
boy.
parent, raised up in East New York. For those of you that don't know about East New York, Brooklyn, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. And
Well,
this, you was raised by one of my favorite women on this earth, Miss Denise Dawson, that
yeah,
not only loved on y'all, but included me into her family. And I think she did a heck of a job with all of you, four strong men, all different personalities, but all of y'all got that thing. And I'm really proud of how y'all all have grown through that concrete and developed into powerful, inspirational men. So I
right.
just wanted to go back, if you wouldn't mind, into that childhood. So, one of the things I'm always curious about, especially for men coming from inner cities and single parents, is what was your imagination about manhood? What was your imagination about manhood? Because sometimes when you don't have a man present in the home and you being the eldest, you probably had to develop that idea all by yourself. But how was it for you?
Sis, you actually touched on it when you said that. When you don't have that male figure in our household. Like I said, my mom's was a single parent raising four boys. Different egos, different personalities. As far as having imagination as a child, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I had that.
Mm,
I don't think I had the imagination of just thinking of manhood at that young age, dealing with the pressures of just being the oldest at that. Just because I'm still trying to find myself at that young age. And plus,
right.
when you think about it, a male figure, for the child actually looking up to a father figure, you know, that's who they would look up to. That would be their imagination of manhood, because that it would be his job to actually, teach, lead the way. So they would look up to him. But
Right.
honestly, I didn't have that. My mom, she did an amazing job as doing best she could. But a woman can only teach a man, but for so so much, So I didn't really have imagination, I can say, because if I think hard, I can't really. That's how rough my childhood was. That's how tough it was for me to
Mm-hmm.
think of a imagination. No, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just still trying to figure out where my pops is, where he's at. So that was his job. That it was supposed to be his job to actually, help me to have an imagination. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? So being that I didn't have that, I'm not one of them dad bashes. I'm not gonna say that, because that's not what it is. I forgive my pops. It's just what it is. But it's just that I didn't really have an imagination. Now, what I can say is my father's brothers, um, which was crazy that my pops wasn't really around like that, but my father
Mm-hmm.
brothers they was always there. I'm not gonna lie. So if I had any imagination, it would probably be like them because man, from them to be from the hood, now straight out of Marcy projects, straight from
Mm-hmm.
the hood, straight from Marcy, but they was street guys, but at the same token, they held jobs, so they was independent, but they did what they had to do to survive. But they always was what I call hustlers. You know what I'm saying? So if I actually, a definition of hustlers, but coming from the streets and actually handling a business and family oriented,
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to be like anybody, it was them. No lie. And my brothers
Well,
could co-sign too.
right, right. Well, you know what? That's a good thing because sometimes natural parents don't always um, add up to being figures in some people's lives. So and sometimes God seeds people into our lives to be there and fulfill something that we feel is missing. And I, thank God for your uncles for standing strong for their brother. I'm sure it was out of pure love for their brother and seeing you guys, you young fellas, reminding them of that connection, and their hopes
Yeah.
for their brother. So shout outs to them for holding it down.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
Shout out to the unks. Real.
But okay, so let's get real now. I'm about to get comfortable because I'm getting your
Yeah, yeah, let's
business.
go. I'm chill. I'm cool.
All
Gotta have
right,
me some
so
green tea.
okay, I want the tea. So I'm pretty sure that growing up, teenagers, I know you had a wild side to you. It's like
Oh,
you're
yes.
calm and collected most of the time, but I'm like, yeah, Swag, he
If
fronting
you
right
don't
now.
talk, no, no. Listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way. I was, wow. I was a terror.
It was a terror.
I was, yo, sis. To be honest with you, to be where I'm at today, I'm not gonna lie. I can actually honestly say that I came a long way because I was, but a lot of that had to do with just me, being young and being one of them rebellious kids. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
not, trying to find my way and just it was a lot of pressure on me. Being the older brother, my brother's looking up to me, but at the same token, I'm not. I'm trying to find myself. So how can they look up to somebody who can't even find their way? And that's exactly how our life was. So it was tough, but and I think a lot had to do with that. Me being on the wild side and all that stuff. It had a lot to do with that. A lot. But like I said, my mom's, she was no matter what the troubles I was into, from getting locked up to this and that and the third, she was always by my side, no matter what. Mom's was always there, no matter
Yes,
what,
yes,
and that
yes.
kept me grounded, for real.
Thank God for mothers. Like, and what you were mentioning, getting locked up and stuff like that. I was about to ask you, like, was there ever a concern that you thought you was like gonna fall through the cracks, it, like in too deep in the streets, or because sometimes we have things that wake us up and just say, nah, this is not the path for me. Was there
Oh
a
yeah,
time for you?
oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. As far as falling through the cracks, I could never say that. It was moments where like I knew, like it was situations that happened where I knew, like, what time, if you don't get your act together, is either one is two avenues, dead or jail. I had many of those situations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I had a lot of those moments where I had to actually sit back and just like, yo, I got to get my act together. But like I said, those things come with the territory when you like when you immature. You just like you said, you're trying to find my way. A lot of that, and not first of all, that's when it comes to like when they say mothers know best.
Mm-hmm.
It really is really true. My mom used to be on me about a lot of things, yo, and she used to always guide me in the right direction. But me just being stubborn, me just doing me and not
Mm-hmm.
listening. Sometimes I got to find things out on my own, and those decisions I made cost got me in a lot of trouble, and also brought my mom a lot of pain as well too. But that's that comes with the territory though. You know.
Yeah, well, I happen to know that mother, and I know that she is a praying woman. And I
Yeah.
know that even though she's tender in presence, she's firm for what she believes and how she loves her sons. So with that, like, what are some of the things that made you want to aspire to do better, though? Like, what are the things that you looked at in the world and say, you know what, maybe I need to try that instead of, the things that's in my surroundings.
Well, when you actually like my mom, I'm always going to use my mom because she was the only one that was there. My mom's and my
Mm-hmm.
brothers. So, but when you get tired of letting them down,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you got to be like, man, T, you got to get it together. Got to get it right. Because I let my mom down a lot of times. A lot of times. But, she just, I'm glad she didn't give up on me because
Yeah.
she could have. Because my mother's, her childhood was tough. Very tough. And I don't want to get too deep into my mom's past, but it could have went a whole different, could have went a whole different route.
Right.
So my mother was placed in foster care and in different in her brothers in different homes and things of that nature. She could have easily did that with us. My mother had me when she was 15. 15 years old, my mom had me. 15. So just think about that. Age 15. I know what I was doing at 15. I wasn't thinking
Right.
about no kids at 15. So she could
Right.
have easily just like, you know what, I can't do this no more. Plus having a father that wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's raised four, me, my three brothers, you know what I'm saying, at a young age. She could have been like, you know what, I can't do this. We would have been in the system too, forced the homes and this. But mom's kept it together.
She is a
Kept it together.
strong tower. She is a strong tower, a resilient woman. And it just amazes me when I look at you all and see how, y'all are. And y'all, you look at
Yeah.
mom and she's so gentle with her words.
Yeah. So tiny. So
I be looking forward to them prayers she about to send through. I mean,
yeah.
Ma, she come through. She would write you a whole letter of prayers just to make you know that you matter. And that's what I love about her. And I love what she's done with you guys. But I so happen to know that before you became this fashion guy, right? You had some talents. Y'all, okay, I gotta talk to them. So this man right here is partly responsible for building up a lot of those tall buildings y'all see in New York City. I mean, his mind, his abilities to construct things and structures is just amazing. And I know from some of your other brothers that was y'all way, that first way of saying, okay, so this is how we gonna get this money.
Right.
So can you
Right.
tell us a little bit about how you got into the construction field and what and motivated you in that area?
Yes. you know when
I'm
one
telling
when
all
one
your business.
well
I'm
one
sorry.
no sis, I love it. When one door closes, another one opens.
Right,
that's how
right.
that's how I got into that. I was like I said, I was always um like which I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into later on, creative in many ways. But like you already know how we was into the music thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
once that and then it didn't turn out the way we wanted to, I had to find another way. That's why you had to always got to find something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? You always got to have that. You always got to have something to fall back on. So me, what I did was, went and took an exam. I took a exam, wound up passing the exam. 2 years later, they called me, and and been in it ever since. 22 years.
22
22 years.
years.
580. Shout out to my boys. They already know who they are. Shout out to my boys from the MTA too. Local 580. The MTA, the Ironworkers, and all of them. Shout outs to them, man. Yeah. So I've been in 22 years now. So I'm good.
And that's
Yeah.
that's part of what amazes me about you, because it's the flexibility. It's like you're one person who maneuvered the music industry, the construction world, the fashion world, among many other things. Y'all, don't let this humbleness fool you. This is Mr. VIP himself. Mr. Not letting little sis come to Miami because they about to tear it up down there. And I just
You
always
remember that?
y'all some haters. I'm just letting you know now. Y'all was some
uh,
haters. I was young. I was trying to be out there on the scene. I'm trying to be out there. I'm like, oh, y'all going out there? Y'all like, yeah. That's why you're not.
oh yeah.
But I love
All
that.
right.
Y'all always
Right.
protected me.
Yes.
But when did you realize for real though that you had all these gifts, and specifically when you transferred that into fashion? How
Okay.
did
For
you?
Oh no. Okay. For those that don't know, um, it was fashion was basically, I would say, is in our genes. It was in my genes
Yeah.
through the family. My mother was very fashionable. Very fashionable. During her era, she was very fashionable. And my mother's brother,
Mm-hmm.
Maurice, was a model, a fashion model
Oh.
back in his days. Big time fashion model. And my uncle too, you know what I'm saying? My uncle Kevin was very highly into fashion when we was young. So I was around this. It was like it was destined for me to be into fashion. I always watch how they. My uncle was always how he put clothes together. Those things. I mean, I was always into that. So at a very young age, I was into that.
Mm-hmm.
And plus for another thing too. Arts and stuff like that. I was always into arts. My grandfather, Morris Dawson, was a artist.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of his artwork was in museums. That's my mother's father. It was in a lot of museums. So how they say art and fashion go hand in hand. So it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
destined. So it's kind of destined for me to be where when it comes to the fashion and it comes to arts and things of that nature. So it kind of worked out. So yeah, I've always been into the putting color schemes together. You know, um, Fashion. I was always into that at a very very young age. Very young age. So it's meant to be.
It definitely is. I have to fill them in of how you got your name, Swag. Yeah, y'all have to understand. Right now, he is. I'm gonna get into that apparel that you're wearing tonight, but once y'all go find him on Instagram, y'all gonna completely understand what I'm saying. This man could put together an ensemble that looks like Picasso. Okay, he will go there, no limits, and you're gonna be like, wow. How did he even think of that? And how did it come out so good? Like the average person can't even pull off what you pull off, but you make everything just look like art. And
Right.
this fella is kind of statuesque. Like, how tall are you, Tom?
6'5".
6'5". Yeah, so it's a big art when you see
Yeah,
him
that's why.
walk through the door, and that's why
Say six
everybody
six
starts.
five never. Yeah, that's why I say 6'5" never doofy, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of big guys like me, a lot of tall guys ain't. A lot of tall guys don't know how to don't know how to put things together because they so tall. They don't got to like clothes that can actually fit them. And they can't find things in their size. You got to be so you know
Right, and when
so
you that big, it ain't no
it
hiding, so
ain't easy. Yeah,
not
so
easy.
not easy. Not easy. Not easy. Said
Imagine if you was doofy though, that would have been funny.
yeah. Oh, that would have been hard. Oh, it would have been
But
terrible. It would have been terrible.
but instead we got Swag Official, Swag Official. All right, so I'm just going to move us more to the current with this fashion because some of the people that don't know who you are may not know how you were so deeply connected with other successful fashion lines. I mean, y'all, he's had lines that you've seen on major athletes and music celebrities and so forth. Can you tell us a little bit about those ventures you went on?
Yes, I mean, the very first line that I was a part of was we had a clothing line called Evil Rocks. F
I
stands for
remember.
Evolution Rocks. You remember that,
Mm-hmm.
right, sis? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
My boy, Fresh. You know, shout out to Fresh and shout out to Major.
Hey, Fresh
Yeah,
Major.
that was yeah. So that's where I started out with them. We had that clothing line, which was that kind of actually set the tone as far as like getting it out to the majors, like to the celebs, to the athletes and stuff like that. That's kind of like set it off. But then things happen, but we all imperfect, we all make mistakes, right? So things happen, so that kind of like died out, later on down the line. So it was a whole thing with that. But those are
It's
still my
it's
boys.
it's
We
all
still we still rock out. Those are my guys. You know what I'm saying? So
that
yeah, but that was a
that's
whole
the life.
situation. Yeah, that's
That,
like things
that's the
happen.
life of the venture
Yeah,
capitalists.
yeah,
That
yeah,
you
yeah.
all are.
Definitely. But you know what it is though. Even despite those things happening, I still maintain connections with a lot of the people that we was dealing with. So that's one thing you do. You just never want to burn any bridges or just lose connections. Stay. That's why I always tell people to stay humble. Just
Right.
be you, be you. Don't change for nobody. Just stay humble and stuff like that. So when we had then after that was kind of like that died out. It took about a couple of years, and as for people that see, I'm tatted up like crazy, tattoos everywhere. So it was
Yes,
only it
indeed.
was only right it was only right that me and my everybody thinks that this is my brother, my blood brother, because we kind of look alike. But my man Tat, that's like my brother right there. Shout outs to Tat, it's
Hey,
my guy.
hey.
My man Tat. We came out with a clothing line, um, you know, catered to the you know tattoo. Everybody who tats and that did numbers. That was big. That
Yeah,
was big.
yeah.
That was big. That
I
was really
remember
big.
seeing it. I was like, okay, because
That was
it was always a thing, right? Having you was a big bro. I remember 106 in Park was out. Remember that? And
yeah.
I saw the line come across the screen. I was like, oh, we
Right.
on now.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
We
So I've been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
you
So,
have.
but the difference is, um, despite having those lines, those clothing lines, what I've learned was,
Hmm.
mind you that it's nothing wrong with having partnerships. There's nothing wrong because it can work for a lot of people.
Right,
But what I've learned was I'd rather do do it all again, but I'd rather do it myself.
right.
Rather have my own business because if anything happens to what you created or anything like that happens, you could blame yourself. I could blame myself
Right,
for it. If it doesn't go well, it's all on me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I rather that, and not to say that my boys, my peoples, they was reasons why it didn't work out. I'm not going to say that. It's just that when you got a lot of people involved, it's just sometimes it doesn't work. So
Too many
you
cooks in
know,
the
I,
kitchen.
yeah, it's too. When it's like that, sometimes it can be tough. So but I know I came with this line this time around, and I'm very very satisfied. Love it. It's my own thing. Um, you know, all of the pieces that I have. It's my ideas. I'm really happy about it. I'm really really excited about it because it's only the beginning, but it's about to be crazy.
Yes,
So
I'm already feeling it. I'm seeing this getting around. Y'all, the line he has now is official traits. Official traits. He's wearing some, but got the hat. All right.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
got my Brooklyn on over here.
yeah.
All
You
right, all
good, sis?
right.
You good? You good?
For all the socks people, tight,
Yeah,
tight.
yeah.
So, what was your inspiration for official traits?
Okay. Well, official stands for the initials. It OFCL the number 8 TS stands for only the fearless can lead
Mm,
on the road to success.
wow. Only the fearless can lead on the road to success.
Yeah, and when you say fearless, you know what I mean. You ain't got to be scared of nothing. It's just more or less fearless. It's like saying, well, you're not gonna let anything stop your grind. You're not gonna let anything get in your way. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about that type of fear where you scared. No, no, no. We talking about that other feelings. Being like,
That faith
faith.
run,
Yeah, you know what I'm
having
saying. So
faith in yourself.
have faith in yourself. Definitely
Yes,
gotta have.
yes. So
And
I love that it
we
has.
all got that trait. We all got that trait. Everybody got that trait in them. Everyone, everyone has it. I just
Well,
chose to
hope
show it in the fashion world.
right, right. For right now, is the line more athletic? I've seen some athletic pieces, but is that where it's at right now, or is it going to grow into something different later on?
Oh no, I mean it's athletic pieces, or we have our stuff for like the winter, the fall weather right now. But it's definitely gonna grow into something major. Oh, no doubt about it. I
I
can't
can
wait.
imagine.
It's just a matter. I just can't wait. That's all. I can't wait. No, just
Definitely,
this is
definitely.
just the beginning. This is my baby. So you know how it is. You got to groom it. Just the little thing. That's just the starting point. But then
Absolutely.
that's it. Then it's gonna take off. It's gonna be good.
All
Trust me.
right, so my ladies and gents out there, you need something to throw on and look cool and have a cool affirmation, a good feeling. I need y'all to hit up official traits. Let everybody know that you fearless, you walking in that faith, you got it going on. And like you said, like one of your mission statement is about the traits that we have. It's like, listen, everyone has traits. You just have to strengthen who you are and what you're about, what you stand for. And that's what
Exactly.
I appreciate about you putting that thought behind it, because anytime somebody sees this, they should feel good, good about
Exactly.
themselves, good about life. So, but you know what? You're talented. We get it. We get it. You're talented. But one of the things that I was happy to bring you on here for is because above all of that, this is a family man. This is a praying man. He's walked through life and he's coming out triumphant. I believe in him. And I know that that was a big transition, bro, because I remember how was it going from that VIP life to settling in and building your own family? How was that for you?
Well, you said the word family. That's what changed everything. That's
Mm-hmm.
what changed everything. My wife wasn't my wife at the time, but once she was expecting. Once we found out that we were having a little girl on the way, that changed everything.
Yep.
So that it ain't. It's just it ain't about the fast life. Things changed after that, and also made me you know it actually humbled me to like had to get my act together. Got a little one on the way, a female at that, a young little girl. If anything was going to change me, it was that.
Right.
So that's it was family. Just knowing that I was had a little one on the way changed everything.
Well, you
Literally.
know what? That changed a lot for all of us that are the family, the tribe. And you kind of hit the jackpot with Laura. You like, she's
Oh,
beautiful, she's
oh,
smart, she's
yeah,
nurturing,
yeah.
she's everything. So I was so proud that God connected you two, and y'all kind of dispelled the myth that they used to say two cute people can make a cute baby. You ever
Oh,
heard
yes.
that?
Oh, I hear it all the time. I heard that.
Yeah, but how did y'all do it? Both of y'all are handsome and beautiful, and y'all made gorgeous children.
Thank you, thank you.
It
I,
messed me up
I
because
try, I
I'm
try, I
like,
try, I try figuring it out myself. I know it wasn't me. It's definitely her.
nah, because
I
because I'm
try figuring that
ugly
out
and
myself.
ashy. You know what I mean? I was ugly and
Yeah,
ashy, so I had a lot of faith that my
yes, I'm
children was going to
ashy
be the
too.
bomb.
I felt the same way. So I mean, I don't know, but man, but yeah, we definitely blessed. Definitely was blessed. Thanks to Jehovah God. I definitely definitely believe it was, without a doubt, it was him. It's definitely Jehovah God. If it
Absolutely.
wasn't for him, I don't even wouldn't even be here. I can tell you that right now. Jehovah
Absolutely.
God and my mom's. If it wasn't for them two, I wouldn't even be here. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Well,
I
I'm
know that.
thanking him for you and the family. And I tell you, our tribe is strong and it's growing. Thank God. Um, and I just feel that you can be really an inspiration to a lot of men that are coming up, and even for women who are raising those men. You know,
Right.
it's a lot of women out here that unfortunately have to do it for themselves. The same as there's men out here that are raising their children by themselves. And some of the concerns that come along with that is that nervousness of, am I giving the best to my child that I
Right.
possibly can? And I hope, seeing you as an example, that even if it looks tough when they're young, the promises of God are even bigger, even bigger. And then God will make whatever you have to give to your child sufficient,
Right.
and they will not have lack as long as you give them the word, as long as you give them love, nurture, and give them God. They'll be okay. This is you're a living testimony of that, So I appreciate you for being disciplined and walking the walk and staying the course, because I see that it's doing great things for
Right.
you, you know. So
Yes.
what would be your advice, Swag? I know that was my advice, but what would be your advice to those mothers who are raising, say, their sons in inner cities, and they're a little bit concerned about how to guide them? What is something you think a woman could do to assist that young man?
Well, if we talking like if that young man is in a single family, household, I think just continue just sticking by their side. That's what's more you can do. Just because, and it's true. A lot of children who that I've noticed that's from broken family, like single family homes and things like that. Later on down the line, they scarred inside. And it's real, and I've seen it. Like I know that. I know
Mm-hmm.
that for a fact because I've been there. I'm talking to somebody that's going through that right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tough. So, but it's just kind of hard for a male to actually tell a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
kind
I
of
can
different
understand.
sometimes because they can you like so. But only thing I can say to them is just stay by their side because you know they looking for the answers. They searching. You know what I'm saying? They trying to find their way. You know what I'm saying? If you're their parent, if you're the mom, stick by their side. Just don't give up on them. My mother didn't give up on me, so that's the only thing I could just tell them not to give up on them because once you give up, then who they supposed to go to? That's it,
Right,
man.
right.
So I could just tell them just stick with them because you do that, you never know. Look where I'm at. I'm living
Right,
proof.
right.
Mom, stay by your side. I'm living proof. I'm just telling you, it works. It works.
And to second that, now, if you were to see a young man growing through that concrete, that's right now probably, just stumbled upon this on YouTube right at this part, and he feeling like, man, this life ain't worth it. Like, this ain't good out here. What am I supposed to do? What would you say to encourage that young fella?
Well, if the young fella is saying that, this ain't it. He already started. He started on that. If he starts saying, "Well, this ain't the life. This ain't what it's supposed to be. This ain't it," then he's already on the right path. He's already on the right path. Now, what he has to do now is stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
Find things to get into. If you have goals, you got hobbies. If you want to just do it. You know what I'm saying? It sounds cliche where they say, follow your dreams and stick with it and things like yeah, but it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if just it's so much stuff out here. It's so much stuff out here for for men to do now that it wasn't like that back in the days when I was younger. It wasn't like that.
Mhm.
You know, there's so much stuff to get in, to get involved with. It's just you just gotta just be dedicated. You gotta take the time out and actually do it. You know, it's there. You know, there's always stuff to do. You just gotta just do it. You know what I mean?
Get get
Whatever
involved.
you love, go for it. I don't care if you want to be an astronaut. If that's what you want to do it.
Do it.
Take all the necessary steps you got to do it. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
it. No, this is what I wanted to do. I always wanted to do fashion. You know, I went to high school. I was in high school. I was into fashion. Went to FIT Saturdays. For people that don't know, I was always into that. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm doing it now, and that's why I would never give it up because this is what I love. This is what I do. You know, so just stick with it. Whatever you
Absolutely.
want, just keep it going. Just keep doing it. That's it.
Absolutely. And we just want to just also cover them in prayer because, like you said, it's a little bit different for them growing up now opposed to when we were. You know, we had a village to look after us, you know, and our parents, our elders were elders, you know, and our age bracket, some of us are still trying to be 22, you know, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's all about you're right, right. Not letting it go, right? Like
Right.
I'm 40 fun, you know. No, but
Ooh,
we
yes.
we got to
I like that,
stand up
sis.
and do our
I'm
huh?
gonna use that. I like that.
40 fun, yeah, yeah.
So,
So no, we got to stand up and do our part and stand in the gap for our young and stick together as a village. So, brother, I thank you so much for your time here, and it's letting everybody know about. I'm
official
kind of
traits,
feeling
baby.
this, you know,
Official traits. Official traits. Official traits. Man,
official traits.
everybody know. And for people that know me and they looking at my IG page and they see how I get down, how I rock my clothes, just all you gotta do is say, I'm on that wave. Just trust me. I got some heat coming. So just be patient.
Perfect, perfect. Now I don't want to let you go. I have this thing that I'm starting, and it's like affirmation for us. So I just want to say I want you to finish this statement, this sentence. The legacy of Swagg Official will be found where?
That's a good one.
Mm.
You know what I would say? My children. Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. So y'all have it. The legacy of Swagg Official will be found in his children. Even his children are doing big things, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all go find this man on social media platforms so you know it wasn't a game. And you can see why I glow when I speak to him because this is one of the men that helped to raise me up and to support me. And I just have a band of brothers that I've been blessed by God to have. And I smile from my heart with endearment as I see them grow into the men that God wanted them to be and intended them to be. So, bruh, I'm not going to keep you all night. I know we got to get back
Oh,
to
I
our
mean, we could go
family.
on. We could go on and on, sis. You ain't
So, it's going to be a
doing
follow up to this conversation. But can you please let our audience know where they can follow you or where they can pick up their pieces?
Yeah, well, I'm on all social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram. Um, Same handle, Swag Official, Swag underscore Official, and the clothing line page is actually at Official Traits. Facebook, same thing,
Mm-hmm.
Official Traits. Yeah, so that's where you can find me. The website I have is www.officialtraits.com. So
And
just go
that's
on the site.
traits with an eight, y'all. That's
Oh
traits with an
yeah,
eight.
yeah, that's right. Great. See, that's why we see. That's why. Well, it's just the
I knew
thing.
you
You
was
see how that
going to do
is?
something
Yeah,
fancy.
traits with the number 8. Yes,
Straight with the
yes.
number
Traits
eight.
with the number 8. Yes, yes,
All
yes.
right. All right. Well, thank you. I know all of Brooklyn is about to stand up, all of New York is about to stand up, and I know this brand is going to be global, and we're trusting in God to make it everything that it needs to be, and may people feel the power and the inspiration that you were inspired by when they wear it. So, for all that, thank y'all for joining us tonight on Transparent, where we do interviews and not interviews. Let's say goodnight.
Good night, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here. I'm so glad to be here. That's what's up. Appreciate
I
you.
appreciate you, bro.
Love you, sis. You already know
Love
what
you
it is.
more.